Good morning, Sparrows. Good morning, Sparrows. Welcome to T.V.M. I am Valerie Miller of the Valerie Miller. This very moment, you have opportunity to change. My goodness. Welcome to Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Hump Day Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday. Come on in. Your word is bond. Good morning, Gwen. Don, welcome in. Wow, your word is bond. That's what we're going to talk about today. This is going to be your inspirational juice for today. Your word is bond, and it's your personal contract, right? It's your personal contract. So I'm just going to sit here for a moment. It's kind of chilly this morning. At least it is in the house. It's chilly. It's raining, all the storm and everything. Wow. I'm going to have a drink. But your word is bond. It is so important to keep your word and having flexibility when necessary too. So the juice today, word is bond. Do you respect yours? Does others respect yours? It goes back to character traits as well. It does. Your word is bond. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating a birthday today. I forgot to mention it on yesterday, however, did take care of that. Hopefully, you all have had a fabulous night and you're up to a great day because it is that sun's coming up and it's nice and dewy and wet outside. So it's going to make for a great walk today too. So good morning to you. Your word is bond. Mm, I'll say this. When you're in business or you have an appointment, you have set aside time with someone, you've made a verbal agreement, you've scheduled a time, you have expectancy for the person you've made the agreement with to show up, do what they say they're going to do. Because when you don't do what you say you're going to do, it affects other people. It affects other people and processes and things that are in alignment that is to be done due to said appointment. Your word is bond. Your word is bond. I can't say it enough. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do that. If I'm unable to do what I say I'm going to do, I'm going to let you know in enough time so we can rearrange that. So we can do whatever we need to do, right? Not everybody has that same respect for time. Time is important. Time is important because we need it. It's only 24 hours of it. And your word is bond. I can't say it enough. And I have to smile because there are some people who don't respect it. And when it bridges across and it affects my time or my day and throws me off of my chi, Gwen, that's not a good thing, especially in business. However, at the end of the day, time period is to be respected. It's an agreement, it's a contract made between individuals, and it should be carried out according to that. So, how do you look at your time? How do you feel when someone breached their contract with you? They miss an appointment, or they're always late. Late with excuses. So, the juice today, please don't be that person where you're late, have excuses, or the self centered one, the self centered individual that feels that everything revolves around them. The party doesn't start until they show up, life doesn't begin until they show up in their minds. In their minds, your word is bond. I'm going to keep saying it. Your word is bond, and it helps keep you refreshed when you say it, when you're reminded of how important your word is. It's the one thing that you can put a guarantee on to go according unless something happens that's out of your control. However, respect time, respect your engagements, respect the people that it affects, and be mindful of how when you don't keep your end of the agreement affects every domino piece of somebody else's day or something that needs to be done. So as you journey today, as you're going to work, or when you if you work for yourself, be mindful that your word is bond and your business depends on it to follow protocols. Your your role at your jobs depends on it. If you say you're going to be someplace, if you're going to do something, be there, do it. Be able to gauge a clock around you, a time. If you say you're going to be there, you can give a moment or two. But when you completely dismiss an appointment or reschedule an appointment, and then you make it all about you because you have so many other things of importance to do. Mm-mm. So you disrespect the other person. You put them to the side until you want to pick them up. Not good. So please be mindful of this in business and in your everyday engagements with your relationships. Your word is bond. Respect it. Respect time. Set boundaries. You have to establish boundaries because it is business at the end of the day. It's always going to be business. It's business. And if you don't respect your business to establish boundaries, to know that in fact it is business, and if someone disrespect you, they disrespect your business, they disrespect your role, you have to really now make a decision if you're going to continue to do business with this person. Are you going to to be a friend? Do you have that come to Jesus conversation? Or have you had that come to Jesus conversation already? However, they continue to disrespect because their word, they're not honoring their word. Their character is now flawed in my eyesight. It puts me in a place where I can't trust you now. Your word means nothing. Then you have to go through the extra process of reestablishing trust. I have no faith in you because you have breached the contract. I don't see you the same anymore. I had high hopes. I had such high hopes. But now you've shown true character. And that's what you have to believe, the character on display. And it's not just with you, it's with others as well. So, how do you go about doing that? You have to establish boundaries. You have to let them know this is business. Don't take it personal. However, maybe you should. Because if you're doing it personally, you're doing it professionally. And it's a tarnish on your character. So don't flaw your character because you've missed an appointment. You've decided to breach a contract with someone because in essence, your word is bond. Keep it flawless. Make everybody know, oh my gosh, when Val says she's going to do something, you better believe she's going to do that. Put yourself in that space and be on the other side of the breached contract. When you have individuals in place to do certain things by a certain time, however, the appointment has been missed, it flaws and throws everything off in every other area, which means that decision has to be made. Do you pull the cord? Do you pull it? Or do you cause yourself additional disruption to have to rearrange your schedule with everybody else, everything else, because of the dismissal of the person who missed the appointment? I say, no, you don't do that. You don't change your life around because someone else breached a contract. You don't do that. Life goes on, the day goes on, and just have something else in your back pocket or something else in your purse that's going to suffice for what needs to be done during that time. It's always something you can do in the space of that time. It's very disappointing when someone don't keep their end of an agreement. They miss an appointment. Then they try to make it convenient for themselves and not thinking of the other people that they're affecting. So that's my juice. That's my juice for today because time is everything. We only have a limited amount of it. So you have to make the best of what we have and make sure to put that fine line in the sand when someone is disrespecting you, no matter what it looks like. Mm-mm. No, no, especially in business. Some people can be a little bit too comfortable with you and take your kindness for weakness and try to manipulate that to conform to what they need it to look like, for what they need it to be, because what I have to do is much more important than what I said I was going to do with you. Be mindful of the people who shift in the wind and the people that display their character to be as it's now showing, because it's the truth. It's the truth. Believe that. So, hello, Mario. Hi, Diane. Right, Gwen. Just like God have a bond with you. Yes, we all have those bonds. How would you feel if you woke up in the morning and God breached the contract for the sun to rise? We're still in the dark. It's 7:14 in the morning and there's no sun. How would you feel about that? I'd have a problem. God is always on time. Is being committed, and consistency is key. It's consistency. Or if I say, join me every morning, every weekday morning, that is, for T.V.M. Inspirations, Juice to Soar Your Day. I'm on at 7 a.m., but I come on at 7:20, and then I come on at 7:45, and then, 8:12, and then 9 o'clock. That's not consistent. That's not keeping my word. You don't believe me. My gosh, you have no idea when I'm going to be coming on. You have no idea because it's definitely not 7 in the morning. So you have to look at that. Great point, Gwen, because if we got up, the birds decided to take a day off. There's no sound. There are no birds. There's none in the sky. There's no singing. There's no chirping. You know, the birds took a day off. Nobody wants to hear that. What is it like to have no sun, no birds in the morning? That will make you feel some kind of way. I know it threw me off completely. Like, oh my God, is today the world coming to an end? You can't look at disrespecting others that like that. It's important. Do what you say you're going to do. Respect your word. It's the bond that connects of an agreement, a contract you've made with somebody else. It just destroys everything if you allow it. So there are always consequences to every choice made. So when the consequence comes back to me now having to say, well, you didn't do this because we had an appointment to do that. Okay, I respect the fact that you couldn't do this. Okay, we can do this time now. Let's go ahead and change the time. So once you change the time and then they disrespect that and then contact you when they feel like contacting you, wee hours of the night, not good. Not good. Because guess who has to be on at 7 in the morning? Me. Guess who's not working late at night? Me. And I hope you're not. But stick to your guns. Know what you have to do. Always have a backup in your pocket, in your purse, when someone else falls prey to a commitment, to an appointment, breaching an agreement. Pull out the ram in the bush. It's time to utilize it because there are times when you're going to have to. But respect yourself, respect your business, respect your roles and your jobs every day. And when someone breaches an agreement, then you have the authority to call the next shot. You have it. You have it either to move forward and not feel comfortable in it or pull the plug on it and be okay with it. Be okay with it. Because if you don't set the tone for yourself, and then it'll continue to be in disarray. That's the juice. You gavel when you have to gavel down. That's all I have for today. That's it. What I do hope for you is that you have a fabulous day. Fabulous day. Make it memorable. It's one we've never had before. So celebrate it. Enjoy the time that we have. Tomorrow's not promised. However, in the event I can open my eyes and the sun continues to rise, the birds decide to sing, I'm going to be right here at 7 in the morning. Okay, so be blessed, be beautiful, love without conditions, always possess a positive attitude, and soar in all you do. Okay, and start by being true to your word because your word is bond. It's everything. It's display of your character and make sure you keep it as pure as you possibly can. That's all I can say on that. Okay? So smooches for now, and I'll see you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. Ciao, ciao.